How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Upset. Remix, let's go.
My flow is Novocaine, my bars is hurricanes. Katrina. I got hella cane, Mac in the melon range. Hop out and shells exchange. I wanna see these niggas die, make they moms feel hella pain. Walk around like I got a broom in my pants. Now that's a fucking AK, heavy tool in my pants. Damn, man, these cowards better stay in their lane. And if they ain't
you're gonna want to start making some real money.
Kanan.
Hannah, how many times I gotta tell you, white girls will get you killed.
You know, just because you make gangster music doesn't make you a gangster. Don't you ever pull that unless you plan on using it.
Who said I gonna use it? I have a daughter. She won't talk to me no more.
That must be hard for you. We share everything. No secrets between us.
You won't share everything with me, too.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nam's YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we are back with another Power review, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 2, and this is Episode 5, What Happens in the Catskills review. We pretty much start this episode off with Lulu trying to get rid of the body he pretty much stored up in the walls last season. So we going through that with him, but not only that, he pretty much got the car to shut down right now because one of the main witnesses from last season that seen the shooting happen, which was that crackhead, he pretty much is running around or whatever trying to get his fiend on, you know what I'm saying? But just so happened that Marvin got the car to shut down, trying to move that body out. You know, it's been stinking up the spot or whatever. But it's not really only that. One of the main things is why he's in the process of doing this. Rock and Kanan are pretty much about to go out. Shout out to Kanan, having that same expression I would have had looking at Rock, just staring at you while you sleep. This nigga woke up, Rock sitting there. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? I'm so scared. You already know you on demon time, and as scary as you is, and having her sitting there just looking at your ass, nah, I'm good. Katie was goddamn shook. And you know he just did what he did with going to talk to Howard. But yeah, man, Rocky Kanan, she's pretty much trying to plan a little trip for them, a little cabin trip or whatever. Basically trying to feel Kanan out. That's what she's trying to do. Rocky's trying to feel Kanan out because she know what he's up to. She know what he's doing. But she's like, all right, what is you like really thinking and how are you really feeling? Same thing with Kanan. He's not being all the way straightforward with Rock because he really don't know how she's feeling or what she's really thinking. And both of them are really trying to feel each other out. More so Rock than anything. With all this going on, we have the Italians. Some of the main dude's men, I forgot his name, Salisky or whatever his name is, he sent 2 dudes up pretty much to take out Rock. Made sure he sent one racist ass Italian up there. I mean, this nigga making sure you know he racist. He is going beyond an effort to let you know that I'm racist. As far as this one Italian is up there to do what they supposed to be doing to Rock or whatever. So in the midst of this is all going on, of course, Marvin, he still got his situation going on as far as what he's trying to do in his relationship that he has with Jukebox. And we get a good little vulnerable moment with Marvin when he's kind of having this moment in this conversation with the anger management counselor or whatever, because she's trying to get him to kind of like speak, kind of like come out of his shell or whatever. Not only that, like, nigga, you gonna go back to jail if you don't start talking. So he kind of opens up to her, and this main thing is Jukebox, feeling like he ain't gonna be able to fix that after what he did or whatever. So I like that moment. That was a really good moment. But Marvin done had a lot of good moments this season. I told you, Marvin is the one this season. Lulu was last season, but Marvin is the one this season. And he done always keeping it funny, eating and stuff. Marvin has been this kind of the brother that we kind of just been up in arms about this season. Lulu is just kind of, because I think it was more so watching Lulu get played out by old girl in Crown. And even in this episode, man, they making Lulu kind of feel like the dummy. Like, I'm just saying, Lulu was coming off that smart street nigga. Now it's like he being played and being like just the way shit going about. Speaking of Lulu, man, he kind of do some little shady shit this episode. And that's another thing. That's why I said they on my boy Lulu head this season. He has the song that Jukebox wrote, but he ended up giving it to old girl, you know, the new girl that they trying to pretty much push into the music industry or whatever, him and Crown. But he pretty much is trying to tell Jukebox, because she does find out, of course, from old girl or whatever. And he pretty much trying to tell her the song didn't fit for her because this is a song as far as expressing the beauty or whatever. You know how Jukebox is, her tomboyish ways. And he said this song fit better with the other girl as far as the new girl Lulu trying to bring in. It was shady though, bro. Like, this is your niece. You should have talked to her about this. And that song, how do you not know where that song was coming from her emotions and her passion, especially with everything she dealt with Nicole? So it's like, how do you not understand? I mean, how do you just go and throw her words into somebody else? Those are her words. That came from her. Yeah, man, Lulu, I don't know this season, bro. I don't know about Lulu this season. Speaking of Jukebox, man, oh man, she got a scene with her moms in church singing. Nigga, I was like, oh shit, are we going to the color purple with this? Like, are we going to the 5 heartbeats? I got a verses online where I just did both of those scenes in church, you know. Eddie Kane, when he come back and he in the church singing, I feel like. And then you got the one with Suge Avery, Color Purple, coming into the church singing. Come on, man. She went in. Jukebox hit those notes in this episode. Man, I'm trying to tell you, it was a good moment. But not only that, the performance of the actress playing Jukebox, LaToya Luckett, and the bond that they're building, especially with everything Jukebox got going on, because it's not just Marvin. Now Lulu kind of betrayed her, and now she kind of feeling like, damn. But it's always still going back to her and Kanan. Jukebox and Kanan. Kanan pretty much comes to Jukebox telling her, like, I pretty much did what you did as far as with Howard. And I looked him in his eyes, and it was too much of a familiar feeling. Man, that bond these two have, and it's that build up and keep saying it, and I'm going to keep putting it on there, it's that dread. What is going to happen to separate them? But not only that, turn them into who they are going to turn into. I already know Rock is pretty much Kanan's full throttle reasoning for what he going to become. You can see that. But Jukebox, with everything going on outside of Marvin and them, it's going to be something with her moms. Because you can almost see this. It's a light that's being shined upon her. Now, she's getting involved with the church. She's getting in this relationship with her moms. So it's almost like, how can she become this demon, like this monstrous person that we get to know in season 3? As far as the original Power, it's definitely going to be some dark shit that happens. And I'm feeling like it's going to be because of the hands of Rock. I feel like everything that's going to end up happening is going to be coming from the hands of Rock. Going through all of that, it's pretty much Rock trying to talk to Kanan. As far as on their way to the cabin or whatever, Kanan really not trying to bond. He not really trying to hear nothing, man. He just feel, like I said, he's thinking about everything that's going on, and he's just got these ways with his mama. She been lying. Nigga, you're lying. I don't believe you. You need more people. You lying. But besides that, man, it's a little scene that happens where they stop at this store, and Kanan pretty much having this conversation with this white girl or whatever. I forgot to mention this last review, but Rock mentioned this as far as the I'm not sure if I did or not, but I feel like I didn't mention it when she's talking about the Central Park 5 as far as the boys who got accused of raping a white girl. And you know this is based around that time and that era, being that it's in New York or whatever. So Rock whole thing is no trust no white girl. You never trust a white girl. They're gonna get you killed or in major trouble. And you gotta remember, these are those times. So on this end, I kind of feel where Rock coming from, honestly, I do. But Kanan is Kanan. He's a kid still, and he's out here just doing what he's doing. I'm loving this fact, too. They mentioned my girl from the first season that Kanan was talking to. You know that the one he killed, the one that was dating Buck 20 is in the first season. Supposedly, she's like in South Carolina. She's somewhere in the South or something. I don't know, but I wonder if them bringing her up, if she going to come back around before the season over. That could be real interesting, man. I want to jump back over to Lulu, though, man. Him and Crown. I kind of feel like getting fed up with getting beat on by Lulu. Pretty much feel like his bitch or whatever. But it's the way Lulu is as far as seeing what Crown doing. Crown is pretty much making Lulu, like I said, look like a dummy. When they go to these meetings and talking to these record executives or whatever, it's Crown pretty much because he's a music guy. And he even tells Lulu is my money man, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. He's the dummy with the money, basically. That's what they call Lulu, the dummy with the money. And the way they treating him. So Lulu getting fed up, man, like I said. But Crown, I feel like Crown getting fed up too. He ended up pulling a gun on Lulu after he done smacked him around again like a bitch. But I'm really trying to see where this is going to go. And it's another thing they mentioned. Famous. He like pretty much comes all out to Lulu like, you know, my sister was smashing Crown or whatever. And Lulu like, I knew. I just didn't care. So I'm like, okay, if you knew this, and you was laid, before she left, you was kissing all up on her, you act like you was upset she was about to leave. Whatever, man. All right, Lulu, okay. Silk, dummy, whatever, they playing my boy Lulu this season. That's all I'm saying. They playing my boy Lulu this season. Besides all that, though, we pretty much got Howard. I really like the way this played out, though. It's the girl he's talking to, you know, the one he's sleeping with, paying the prostitute or whatever. She's pretty much getting hounded by Howard's partner. I'm sorry I be forgetting her name, but Howard's partner, old girl, is on a mission pretty much trying to find out if Howard is lying about knowing who shot him or whatever. She's on this big old mission, this crusade to find out about her partner, Howard. So she's pretty much questioning old girl, and once you start messing with people's kids, shit is out the window then. We seen this with Lala in the original Power. When you start mentioning her kids, she immediately like, oh, Tommy gave up, Tommy eat all this in the third. Pretty much in this situation. But, besides the stuff she's mentioning, just so happened that Howard is pretty much knows about this, and he's pretty much been putting her into place as far as the prostitute that he's messing with, as far as this whole little thing that Howard's partner is trying to do. Not really an investigation, but trying to find out if Howard is lying about remembering being shot or whatever. It's all good and dandy as far as Howard and what he got going on with this girl until she mentioned his kid as far as Howard having a son. That nigga flips. Man, you got to go, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You did that. And he starts, the way Howard is petty, because he starts mentioning her line of work. You know, she's a prostitute sleeping with money with him. He starts throwing little jabs in here below the belt and shit. But pretty much he feels like he's done with her, and now we gotta find out how Howard's gonna handle the situation with his partner now knowing that he has a son, and she make that connection with Kanan, and everything gonna come out. Everything pretty much gonna come to full front, especially going off of last season. So that's gonna be interesting to see how he kind of maneuvers around that and what her partner is going to end up doing as far as Howard's partner. Like I said, it's a connection with her and Jukebox still. I'm really interested to see how that build-up is going to go about. Besides that, that conversation I want to go back to between Jukebox and Kanan. When he is mentioning Howard, Jukebox tries to shut that shit down. She's like, he's a lying ass cop, this and the third. And you got to remember, this is Jukebox who becomes a cop in the original Power, man. And it's like that connection with everything. I just can't wait. I can't wait. At the same time, I'm good though, because I'm loving the story. But I like the way that exchange happened, and I had to go back to that because when I'm talking about Howard, it's Jukebox's reaction to saying, nah, nigga, it ain't your dad. He just lying, he a lying ass cop. He just trying to get the rock. But with all that being done and all that's going on, it's Rock and Kanan, and they trip. Pretty much they out here, and the Italians have followed Rock and Kanan out to this cabin or whatever. Pretty much it's just Kanan. I mean, Rock pretty much, like I said, trying to get some information out of Kanan. But not only that, she's trying to see if he's really wanting to go through with being about this life, or is he really trying to be on the outs. Kanan saying he wants to do it, like he feel like he wants to do this. And I think it's the conversation between maybe him and Howard, which we haven't really got into context. What conversation did they have when he went to Howard's house? With all that being said, it's really what's going on with these Italians trying to kill Rock. Their whole thing is they just want to kill Rock. There ain't no kids or whatever. They ain't trying to kill Kanan. But we got this one racist ass Italian. He don't care. He want to kill both of them. When they in the woods camping or whatever, Kanan goes to the store because him and Rock trying to have this bonding moment with him. But once again, Kanan ain't trying to hear none of this shit. He not hearing it. You been lying. You always lying. All he sees is an L when he looking at Rock. It stands for lie. That's all he see. He don't see no map, eyeballs, nothing. He just see L. So, besides all of that, man, Kanan goes to the store and he come across the white girl again. I'm thinking that's her parents' store or something like that. So they pretty much smoking or whatever. And this racist ass Italian, because he's supposed to be watching Kanan while the other Italian is pretty much trying to take out Rock. He gets so goddamn, he's so racist. This is what they think about this character. He's so racist that him seeing Kanan talking to a white girl, he goes off. I'm thinking like, damn, do he know the white girl or something? Is he got some kind of connection with this white girl? No. He just don't want to see Kanan, as far as being black, talking to this white girl. This shit is just wild, man. And she even tell his ass, nigga, you weird. Get your goofy ass on, as far as the white girl talking to the Italian. Because the Italian tell her, like, if I was your daddy, I would have locked you away in a room for some shit. And like, nigga, you ain't my daddy. Get your weird ass on, man. But they go the extra mile to let you know that this Italian dude is racist as fuck, man. Besides all that, though, it's really coming down to this little confrontation that we get with the Italians and Rock and them, because they can't make no move that night because a son and father pretty much come up on Rock and them trying to get some wood for their fire or whatever. So the next day, they pretty much try to go in full force. Of course, Kanan, he's going through the woods and he come across the white girl again. I didn't know she was staying in the woods. I don't know what the hell. Where does this white girl live exactly? Maybe I didn't see that part or whatever. But they end up trying to chill again or whatever. Of course, the Italian racist dude is following them. So he goes in and says, fuck it. The other Italian dude already done warned him and told him, leave the kid alone while I try to take out Rock. Speaking of that, Rock ain't stupid. She knew they was going to come after her. And she pretty much already on guard. And once the Italian dude tries to come in and pretty much is trying to sneak up on her or whatever, she come behind her with a knife, talking her shit. But it ain't her trying to kill him. She pretty much trying to let him know, like, if I kill you, I'm going to go at war with your boss. So we need to come to some type of arrangement until me and your boss come to agreement, which eventually she feels like it's going to happen. With all this going on, the other racist Italian dude is trying to take out Kanan. Because the white girl come out of nowhere like, help, he's trying to kill Kanan. Man, this... Because I'm thinking ain't going to end up killing him, but no. The other Italian dude ends up shooting the racist Italian dude, and Rock pretty much explains to him like, yo, you need to go and let us go. We gonna make a deal sooner or later with your boss, but for right now, we need to go and dead this and be out. They pretty much warned the white girl, don't tell nobody, or me and my people, including the Italians, gonna come after your people, and we gonna take them out quick and fast. So they pretty much just head out and get out of there. Kanan, in the midst of all this, is trying to figure out what the fuck has just happened, because who are these Italian dudes? Why are they coming after us? Rock, don't worry about it. They're gonna be dealt with. It's like, oh, I don't get no full-fledged answers. I don't get no explanation or nothing. But the fact that we and you are trying to have this bond. Before I finish off, I had to, and I forgot to mention that after Rock does have this conversation with Kanan while they in the woods that night before when they in the woods, she pretty much has a body in the trunk, and I'm thinking it's the body that Marvin had got out the walls. I don't know how they didn't smell the shit then, because if that's the case, but after she pretty much gets her answer, as far as Kanan saying that he does want to go through with it, he want to be about this life, they pretty much have a little bonding moment as far as burying a body together, pretty much. So right now, it's really a thing between Kanan and Rock as far as the lies. Kanan is just like, I don't even know no more, bro. Like, I'm just at a loss right now. Who is this motherfucker? Like, I don't know as far as him with Rock, because she won't come out and just tell him that. And the fact that she sat there that night and said, no more lies, all honesty between us and whatever. And it's like, you still right now, you're not really lying, but you're not being full forward, or you're not fully explaining the situation that we are in as far as the Kanan and these Italians that he didn't know shit about. So that's kind of the thing too, and it's really right now you starting to see that thing coming between. You starting to see the Kanan and his look and his expression, and you are starting to see him kind of not really feeling Rock out, and he's not really trusting Rock no more. If at all did he trust her after the whole situation happened with D-Mac, if I'm not mistaken, that's his homeboy, right? The dude she had killed, his friend she had killed in the first season because of the situation with Unique or whatever. But it's really, you starting to see the separation with Kanan and Rock, especially on Kanan's end, because he just don't believe her. He don't trust her. She's lying constantly. And when this situation just happened, it's like, what's going on? The only person you can see him fully fledged trusting right now, Kanan, is Jukebox. Same with Jukebox. The only person she feel like she could confide in is Kanan, and it's both of them. That's why they bond in their relationship, even with the original Power. And you see they are basically, what are the only two out of the family that's left. That's the interesting thing too. It's like, what happens to everybody? Marvin, Lulu, Rock. I feel like Kanan gonna kill Rock. We all feel like that though. But Jukebox, her mama, Howard, all these connections, even with Unique, it's really gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out once it does kind of get to that point of leading into them coming across Breeze or even Kanan. And that's what I'm saying. When you know how long it's gonna take for Kanan, being that he brought in Ghost and Tommy, to get to that point, if they are going to get to that point. Hopefully they do. But besides all that, man, this was another good episode. Power Book 3 Season 2, Raising Kanan, has been pretty much a good season overall. It's just rocking her line ass pretty much, leading the way with the lies. But I'm really interested to see how this is going to go moving forward, especially with this whole beef they got with the Italians and how that's going to play out. But not only that, Lulu and Crown, what is going to become of their relationship, and is Crown finally going to get fed up? And if he don't pull the trigger, is he going to try to get somebody else to come at Lulu? And you know him and Rock done had that conversation as far as Crown and Rock. Crown and Rock. Marvin, is he going to be able to mend this relationship with Jukebox? And what's going to happen once he actually finds out? Because you know Marvin ain't find out that Jukebox has got in contact with her moms yet. So that's going to be interesting. Unique. He wasn't in this episode, but what's up with his master scheme and him and Warrell and what they got planned? It's a lot, man. And Howard and his partner, how was he going to deal with that? But y'all let me know in the comment section. How overall did y'all feel about this episode? Let me know. I enjoyed it. But other than that, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 700 subs. Shout out to everybody who's been coming through, checking out the content. Jackie Brown, we live tonight, 9 p.m., 8 or 9 p.m. It's going to be 8 or 9. I got to wait till my co-host Nadia hit me up. But also, y'all make sure y'all go through and check out Real Ish, Real Talk, episode 1, the new podcast that we are doing every other Friday. Make sure y'all check that out. But other than that, we out.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense